Facebook, YouTube Live. Yo, this Ask My Wedge. Just woke up, decided to do a video real quick on this Luben and Charlo fight. You know, I've been hearing about it. Initially, I wasn't interested because really, I gave it a little less credit than what after doing some research. Than what I thought, but after doing some research, I'll go ahead and speak on this fight. It's pretty simple. So anyway, let's try to break this down. I got some notes here. I'll just go over with Charlo. First of all, I think he's real experienced, and like I said, he's way too experienced for this fight. I think this is kind of set up for him to look good, and one more stepping stone for him. I don't know why they're going to do the boy Luben like that, just end his career like that, but maybe not end his career, but he's going, I think he's really going to get hurt because styles make fights, and his style is, like catered towards being hurt by this guy, Charlo. And I'm not saying this because Charlo is a bully, and I really don't like his style so much. I don't think he's a great boxer, and his defense is terrible, and he fights irresponsible. He just throws punches. He don't protect himself very well, other than his aggression. And I think this could be a problem if he fights somebody who can really pop him back. However, he keeps getting fights where he's stronger than the other guy. If you go back in history, he fought back at 156, I guess, when he fought David Jackson Jr., whatever. That was a tough fight for him, but, he was even stronger than him, tougher than him. So basically with David Jackson, he overwhelmed David Jackson, but not at first. It was a good competition for a minute. However, ultimately, it was another pushover for him. I'm trying to remember who did he fight that was really a little tough for him. Of course, when he fought my man Trout. When he fought Trout, Trout was a little too small for him. He still was able to overwhelm Trout with the power, but it was a lot more difficult because Trout was the best yet as far as skills that he fought. So basically, I don't see this young guy Luben having the skills to be able to deal with Charlo and his aggressiveness. And this is sad because we want to see good boxing matches, not somebody just these setups is horrible. Charlo's best punch is his right hand, and it's kind of like comes up like an uppercut. He lets everything go with it. He just and he has the ability to take you out with one punch. So, like I said, this is a suicide for Luben, because Luben, one of his biggest mistakes is that he drifts. What I call drift is when you moving without thinking, you moving away unconsciously, and he drifts to people's right hand. He's a left-hander, and he drifts to his left side. So a right-hander can catch him drifting to the left. One of the things I was taught as a young kid, if somebody moved to your left, if somebody moved to your left or to his right, you throw a left hand right hook. You bring him back with the left hand, you catch him with the right hook. If someone moved to your right or to his left, you catch him with a right hand left hook, because you're going to bring him back to the left hook. Well, I see a picture perfect knockout from a looping right hand coming from Charlo, and Luben drifting without being conscious, drifting to his right, to his left. And I think Luben lean he leans over his lead foot too much. He leans over. Charlo and Luben have something in common. They only box forward. They go forward. So this is going to be a real crash course here. However, I see Luben as a little softer, a little mature, immature, and I see a vicious knockout in this fight, and I don't know why they made this fight. Uh, Both of them are easy to hit. Charlo may be even easier to hit. Luben sometimes to put his hands up. You know, um, and Luben is just slow. Charlo. Luben is tall and he's slow. He's thick, got a lot of baby fat on him, and Charlo. It's not that he's so much faster, but his timing is better, and he really let go his punches. And he's just too experienced, man. Some people, it ain't that they so much experience in skills. They just experience in fighting, just letting them hands go and having that timing and that rhythm, at innate ability. It becomes an innate ability to have good timing when you just get a lot of experience. You could be a street fighter and build experience in just timing and hitting people. And some people just get that knack of hitting you in the right place, and they get a lot of knockouts on the street because they just know they got it in its innate ability to hit you at the right time, right place. I think Charlo got this covered. Luben is still hesitant. He's still a little green, and his competition was all standing in front of him. And when they did fight back, he had a little tough time. I think it was that Puerto Rican or Dominican or Puerto Rican or somebody who was an Olympian in his country, but he fought Luben, and when he fought back, he looked like he was just in there to go through a couple of rounds. Looked like he wasn't in shape, but when he did fight back, he caught Luben and twisted his head back a couple of times. And it's just the fact that Luben's defense is terrible, and the fact that his competition level has been minimum. I'm about to get to the gym, man. I'm about to end this, man. Get to the gym with my kids, and I got a job to work on. Got some guys helping me out over here. So I'm out. Ask more West. Check me out. Robert Pelez Boxing. Defense First. Check me out. I got all kind of stuff on there on my YouTube page. If you like it, tell me. If you don't, tell me. It's an open conversation. It's nothing personal. You don't know me. I don't know you. We just here for the love. Subscribe. Peace.